Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome everyone here tonight. Happy New Year's. I'd like to call the meeting of Monday, January 13th, 2020 to order. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilwoman Bermudez.
Present.
Councilman Clark.
Present.
Councilman Gale.
Here.
Councilman LeBron. Here. Councilman Mitchum.
Present.
Councilwoman Rosado.
Present.
Councilwoman Rossetti.
Here.
Councilman Sanchez. Councilwoman Surgeon. We have a quorum, Madam President.
Thank you. I'd like to ask everyone to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
For the record, I'd like to mention that we are changing some of the agenda items, the order of them. Mr. Chair, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam President. Through you, I would like to make a motion for item number 10 for the resolution for the adoption of council rules for the term of 2020 to 2024.
Second.
The motion has been made and properly seconded. Are there any discussions? Yes.
Am I doing this right? There we go. Thank you, Madam President. Thank you, Councilman Clark. Just briefly, there was an addition to these rules, which is Rule 20, which grants to the Council President the right to assign offices and parking spaces to all of the members of the Council. It strikes me as not actually an appropriate use of the Council's rule-making power. Everything else in these rules considers the procedure by which we conduct these meetings and committee meetings. This is an administrative matter that is sort of goes more with the building, things that I believe have belonged to the clerk or the administration of the building previously. I just don't think it's appropriate for this. And it's true, we had no rule before, so we had a free-for-all figuring out our offices, we had disputes. But if we're going to have a rule, I would suggest, and perhaps we can revisit this in the future, that we have a rule where it is either by seniority or by seniority within majority, but a rule that everyone knows so that the next council that comes in, instead of having to wait for council president to be picked in order to settle into offices, can know ahead of time where their offices will be. That said, the rest of the rules are great, and I'm going to vote for them.
Yes. Councilwoman Bermudez.
Through you, Council President, I would like to echo the statement of my colleague, Councilman Josh McDum. I would also like to note that on page 5, so section 17, we were told that we would be getting an updated version for that specific section because as former Councilman Dr. Larry Deutsch mentioned in his testimony, in that there's a specific paragraph there that says, during the public comment period, there shall be no debate by council, nor shall council members ask questions. And I don't believe that I received an update, unless if I can stand to be corrected, was there an update received? This is the update?
Yeah, we have the update.
It still says,
No, it's
can we check
corrected.
it?
It's corrected.
It's corrected? On what you received? Okay. All right. Just want to make sure that it was corrected because we do want public input in the process, during the public hearing process.
Thank you, Madam President. Through you, just for the fact for everybody to understand, in our replacement council rules, it does read as consistent with the other council rules that during the public hearing there shall be no debate by the council, nor shall council members ask any questions making such representations. So it's still consistent with what was previously written in the last council rules.
I've been,
Updated version right here.
This.
No, she has it
okay,
right there.
okay. All right, so it's replacement item number 2.
Replacement item number 10.
Are there any more discussions? Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
On the replacement item number 2, Councilwoman Bermudez,
Yes.
Councilman Clark,
Yes.
Councilman Gale,
Yes.
Councilman LeBron,
Yes.
Councilman Mitchum,
Yes.
Council President Rosado,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rossetti,
Yes.
and Councilwoman Surgeon.
Yes.
Pass.
Mr. Chair, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam President. Through you, I would like to make a motion for the suspension of the rules.
Is there a second?
Second.
Are there any discussions? There being none, Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
On the suspension to add additional items, Councilwoman Bermudez,
Yes.
Councilman Clark,
Yes.
Councilman Gale,
Yes.
Councilman LeBron,
Yes.
Councilman Mitchum,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rosado,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rossetti,
Yes.
and Councilwoman Surgeon. Yes. Pass.
Mr. Chair, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam President. Through you, I'd like to make a motion to add the following items to the supplemental agenda. Item number 12, Mayor Bronin with accompanying resolution confirming the appointment of Patricia LaShane to the Housing Authority of the City of Hartford. Item number 13, with accompanying resolution authorizing the city to apply for and accept a grant of $25,000 from the Connecticut Office of Strategy for Phase 2 of the Health Enhancement Community Pre-Planning Project.
We have a motion that has been properly seconded. Are there any discussions? There being none, Mr. Clerk, could you call the roll, please? No? They're receptive, okay, so, they are there, okay. Mr. Chair, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam President. I'd like to make a motion for the resolution to appoint Councilman Thomas J. Clark II as Majority Leader for a term commencing January 13th, 2020 and ending December 31st, 2021.
Second.
Second.
A motion has been made and secondly prevalent. Are there any discussions? Councilman Gale?
Yes, thank you, Madam President. I'd just like to make what I hope is a friendly amendment, and that is just to make it consistent with the council rules that we just adopted, to change the resolution to say that we are going to appoint Councilman Thomas J. Clark II as the presiding officer pro tem.
Second.
Did you have a question, Councilman Mitchum?
Thank you, Madam President. I would just like to say that I'm new here, and it strikes me as somewhat odd that the entire body votes on the majority leader. It seems like the majority should pick the majority leader, and I should have no say in that. But I do understand that all of the majority supports this, so I will vote in favor of it, and hoping for the same courtesy when it comes to minority leader.
Mr. Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Item number 8, Councilwoman Bermudez,
Yes.
Councilman Clark,
Yes.
Councilman Gale,
Yes.
Councilman LeBron,
Yes.
Councilman Mitchum,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rosado,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rossetti,
Yes.
Councilwoman Surgeon.
Yes.
Pass.
Point of clarification. Was that a vote on the amendment, or was it the amendment considered friendly, and that was a vote on item 8 as amended?
It was a friendly amendment.
So item 8's done.
Yes. Mr. Majority Leader, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam President. Through you, I would like to make a motion to put item number 9 on the unanimous consent calendar. Item number 9, is a resolution for establishment of council standing committees and appointment of chairpersons and members.
There being none, Mr. Clerk, could you please call the roll?
On the consent items, Councilwoman Bermudez,
Yes.
Councilman Clark,
Yes.
Councilman Gale,
Yes.
Councilman LeBron,
Yes.
Councilman Mictum,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rosado,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rossetti,
Yes.
Councilwoman Surgeon.
Yes.
Pass.
Mr. Majority Leader, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam President. Through you, I would like to make a motion to refer the following items. Item number 1 to the Operations Management, Budget, and Legislative Affairs Committee and Planning and Economic Development and Housing Committee. Also for a hearing date of February 18th, 2020. Item number 2 to the Quality of Life and Public Safety Committee. Item number 3, which is a resolution confirming the appointments of Adrian Jefferson, Kaylee Townsend, and members of the Film, Video, Digital Media, and Social Media Commission. Item number 4 to the Health and Human Services Committee, which is a resolution with accompanying resolution confirming the appointment of Rachel J. Alves and Gregory Chambers to the LGBTQ+ Commission. Item number 5, which is a resolution with accompanying resolution authorizing and empowers the mayor or his designee to execute and deliver the access agreement and all amendments thereto, legal instrument between the city and the Board of the Energy Improvement District, allowing access to the use of the site for the purposes of the solar panel project, to be referred to the Planning and Economic Development Committee. Item number 12, which is a resolution to the Planning and Economic Development Committee, which is to confirming the appointment of Patricia Lashane to the Housing Authority of the City of Hartford. And item 13, which is a resolution authorizing the city to apply for and accept a grant of $25,000 for the Connecticut Office of Health Strategy for Phase 2 of the Health Assessment Community Pre-Planning Project, which is going to be referred to the Health and Human Services Committee.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Majority Leader, you have the floor. We have to vote on it? Okay. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Yep, duly noted. Changes made.
Are there any further discussions? Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
On the referred items, Councilwoman Bermudez,
Yes.
Councilman Clark,
Yes.
Councilman Gale,
Yes.
Councilman LeBron,
Yes.
Councilman Mictum,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rosado,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rossetti,
Yes.
Councilwoman Surgeon. Referred items are passed.
Mr. Majority Leader, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam President. Through you, I would like to make a motion to receive the following items. Item number 6, which is the submission for council's review of the annual report of the Planning and Zoning Commission for the City of Hartford for the year of 2019. And item 7, which is the Public Dedication Committee with the accompanying updating guidelines adopted by the committee.
Second.
Thank you. Items have been received. Mr. Majority Leader, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam President. Through you, I would like to make a motion to take action for item number 11, which is resolution appointing Wilderlise Bermudez as Minority Leader to the Court of Common Council for a term commencing on January 1st, 2020 and ending on December 31st, 2021.
We have a motion on the floor that has been properly seconded. Are there any discussions?
Thank you, Madam President. Just briefly, this is, of course, a democratic entity, and it's important, I think, that we all are here working together. And as most of you know, the importance of the minority leader is that it's a seat at the leadership meetings. The leadership meetings allow everyone here, or more people here, to know what's coming down the pike, be prepared, be able to act with full information and offer amendments and just basically make this body work better. So I would hope that as we start on this new council term, there is recognition that having a space for the minority at the leadership meetings makes all of us better, makes us represent the city better. So I would urge everyone to vote for this.
Thank you, through you, Council President. In the same spirit as we said yes to the majority leader, we would also like to, and to make sure that the process moves along in terms of having representation at the leadership meeting, we would like to make sure that we continue to have representation during the leadership meetings with the mayor. Beyond that, the term, we should have written actually January 6, so I would like to make that a friendly amendment. And it has always been the idea, anyone who's part of leadership, whether it's, we had in the past majority leader, we had assistant majority leader, the terms would be at least considering 2-year terms and then someone else to step forward. In our case, we had a transition of a council member, but we would like the common courtesy of also being at that leadership table. Thank you.
Are there any further discussions? Mr. Clerk, could you please call the roll?
On item 11, Councilwoman Bermudez,
Yes.
Councilman Clark,
Abstain.
Councilman Gale,
Abstain.
Councilman LeBron,
Abstain.
Councilman Mictum,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rosado,
Abstain.
Councilwoman Rossetti,
Abstain.
Councilwoman Surgeon. Fail.
Since we have no further items to discuss, this council meeting has been adjourned. Mr. Clerk?